Howdy, y'all. I'm Brylan. So we've all undoubtedly heard about Israel's attack on Iran last night that absolutely decimated, reportedly, basically the entire top chain of commanders, including Amir Ali Hajizadeh. President Trump responded with this: I gave Iran chance after chance to make a deal. I told them in the strongest of words to just do it. But no matter how hard they tried, no matter how close they got, they just couldn't get it done. I told them it would be much worse than anything they know, anticipated, or were told. That the United States makes the best and most lethal military equipment anywhere in the world, by far, and that Israel has a lot of it, with much more to come. And they know how to use it. Certain Iranian hardliners spoke bravely, but they didn't know what was about to happen. They are all gone now, and it will only get worse. There has already been great death and destruction, but there is still time to make this slaughter, with the next already planned attacks being even more brutal, come to an end. Iran must make a deal before there is nothing left, and save what was once known as the Iranian Empire. No more death, no more destruction, just do it before it's too late. God bless you all. Now, obviously, this sounds like the USA is smack dab in the center of another war in the Middle East. Once again. What does that make this? Like the third war in the Middle East in the past 3 decades? So we're shooting for a new war in the Middle East every decade now. Yeah, it sounds like tremendous fun. Trump also said 2 months ago, I gave Iran a 60-day ultimatum to make a deal. They should have done it. Today is day 61. I told them what to do, but they just couldn't get there. Now they have perhaps a second chance. Now here's Trump reacting to if Iran actually responds by trying to assassinate him like they tried to during the campaign. Hey, would you consider hitting that thumbs up button? You know, when you like this video, it'll get pushed out to more people to help spread the truth.
Iran and their proxies who have threatened to retaliate against you and your team by killing you guys for taking out Soleimani.
Well, they haven't done that, and that would be a terrible thing for them to do, not because of me. If they did that, they would be obliterated. That would be the end. I've left instructions. If they do it, they get obliterated. There won't be anything left. And they shouldn't be able to do it. And Biden should have said that, but he never did. I don't know why, lack of intelligence, perhaps. But he never said it. If that happens to a leader, or close to a leader, frankly, if you had other people involved also, you would call for total obliteration of a state that did it. That would include Iran.
One thing that's happening now, though, is Israel is in lockdown. There's actually many reporters over there from different mainstream media outlets, of course, covering the news. And they're in their hotels showing video of rockets flying over Israel. In fact, you can see, here are some images of an attack on Tel Aviv. A rocket actually got through the Iron Dome. Some people are saying they've never seen that happen before. Now it suddenly happened. What's going on there? Of course, you're seeing Obama officials and squad members condemn Israel and the GOP, saying that we have essentially ready to go to war. And this just might start to make that a reality. Initial reports of at least one missile impact in Tel Aviv. The extent of the damage and what was hit is unclear. Emergency crews are responding. Tel Aviv is Israel's second largest city. In fact, here's some video.
Yaniv, get ready to pull it off the stick. Get off the sticks. All right, let's go. Time to go.
There it hits, right there.
Okay. Guys, come on. Everyone move. Everyone move now. Stay with us. Stay with us. Pick up the gear. Let's go.
You can hear the reporters frantically trying to get out of there because, well,
all right, so there you can see, this is
missiles are...
We've seen this before, but this is a barrage of missiles, the likes of which we maybe did not see the last time. And the other unknown, Sandra, is as Iron Dome and David Sling and the Arrow system and the Terminal High Altitude Air Defense systems are all going off at the same time, it seems here. The last time this happened, there was a coordinated defense between Israel, the United States, and other countries, including Jordan, to intercept these with aircraft as well. Trey, I mean, it's unbelievable to see what we're seeing going on in the skies above Tel Aviv right now.
Now here's Scott Jennings, known as the only sane man on CNN. He's in Israel at a hotel on the Sea of Galilee, and he recorded this. Rockets just above.
I'm out here at the hotel.
Wow.
Now, just today, after the attacks, Charlie Kirk did a poll asking people. Now, there's over 400,000 votes on this. Almost 500,000 people have said, no, the U.S. should not get involved in Israel's war against Iran. I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section about this. Now, you have people saying, no, we shouldn't take part in the strikes, but we should certainly defend our ally. No wars, Charlie. If we get attacked, we go all in. Otherwise, no dice. That's one thing, though, is that there's reports coming out that the U.S. gave the okay. They knew that this strike was going to happen. Trump essentially, he said, even in his post here, that Israel has many different types of military equipment that are the most lethal anywhere in the world. And Israel has them, given by the United States of America. Axios says that 2 Israeli officials claimed that Trump and his aides were only pretending to oppose an Israel attack. The goal, they say, was to convince Iran that no attack was imminent and make sure Iranians on Israel's target list wouldn't move to new locations. Marco Rubio put out a statement saying, tonight, Israel took unilateral action against Iran. We are not involved in striking against Iran, and our top priority is protecting American forces in the region. Israel advised us that they believe this action was necessary for its self-defense. President Trump and the administration have taken all necessary steps to protect our forces and remain in close contact with our regional partners. Let me be clear. Iran should not target U.S. interests or personnel. What are your thoughts? Do you think we're looking at just a continuation of 3 decades of the U.S. in the Middle East fighting essentially a never-ending war? Have there been gaps? Sure. Has it ever been truly over? Well, it's hard to say if it ever truly will be over. That's the thing. People calling for peace, a peace that will most likely never exist unless the Lord wills. Walsh said, Iran does not pose any credible threat to the United States. We do not need to get involved in yet another war in the Middle East for reasons that have nothing to do with defending our own nation. The Quartering, this is interesting, he posted, just leaving this here, Iran may be able to build an atomic bomb in 5 years. U.S. and Israel officials fear. This was from 1995. There's nothing new under the sun, right? Now, Charlie Kirk also had this to say. He said, by all appearances, Israel's initial wave of attacks on Iran has been remarkably successful. They have killed the head of Iran's general staff and the commander of the Revolutionary Guard, along with numerous nuclear scientists. They appear to have caught Iran totally unprepared and have been able to operate with total impunity over the skies of Iran. That's great. But right now is the easy part. Israel is attacking without any casualties, and there has been zero military, diplomatic, or financial blowbacks so far. If it stays that way, awesome. But it almost certainly won't. It definitely won't. Actually, in the hours and days to come, there will be hawks who urge America to increase its involvement in this conflict. They will call for us to finish off the mullahs or to help Israel with mopping up. They will claim, tell me if you've heard this before, that if we topple the Iranian regime, we will be welcomed as liberators. We should be so deeply skeptical of these arguments. I was a kid/teenager when George Bush was president. And even I remember how the whole Americanizing the Middle East went. We'll just be accepted, and all of our ways will be completely adopted into their society, and everything will go perfectly. Kirk goes on, America's interventions in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Libya were all easy at the start. It was in the months and years afterwards that they became costly, wasteful quagmires. None of them were worth it. Collectively, they were hugely costly in terms of debt, reputation, national unity, and American lives. Iran can strike at American military bases in the Gulf more easily than they can strike it at Israel. Dragging America into this war might be irrational, and but wars have a habit of making their participants irrational, and Just look at the Ukraine war. In any drawn-out war with Iran, America loses, even if we win. That's the thing, too. We have to look at just how absolutely devastated Iran is right now with losing their top chain of command. And are they in a position to think clearly like they were before, right? But right now, I mean, the whole point is that they want to see death to everybody else besides themselves. And what just happened with the Israeli attack is not going to make that go away. In fact, it's going to probably strengthen it in them. Our focus must not be on seeking regime change or any further escalation of America's involvement. The last thing America needs right now is a new war. Our number one desire must be peace as quickly as possible. We need humility, prudence, and prayer in the days to come. The situation is extremely fluid, and no one knows with certainty how this will end. Arrogance, cockiness, and boastful celebration is the worst posture we can have. Israel believed their existence was at stake, and they acted accordingly and impressively. This is Israel's fight to finish as they see fit, not America's. No matter what happens, God is sovereign and in complete control. In fact, look at Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. Many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. And of course, a reminder in Ephesians chapter 6 that this war going on will never end, because it is not just a war of flesh and blood, but it is a spiritual battle, and until the Lord returns, it will not cease. It says, starting in verse 10, finally, be strong in the Lord in the strength of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. But hey, let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, join this community. I would love to hear from you on a regular basis. And please hit that thumbs up button, when you like this video, to get pushed out to more people, and it would really help spread the truth. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.